awesome, and we are talking today about when young adults who are able to identify abuse, they know that they were emotionally abused, they've identified the abuser, they're not living with the abuser anymore, but the tendency to the difficulty in making that no contact, and why it seems to be that so many of us need to suffer for another decade or so before making that transition. And what you do if you're in my shoes, and I'm sitting here watching my my son, and very infrequent but still relationships with their parents where the parents still know that they can access them at any time, throw some guilt at them and expect it to work because there's sort of this, they've instilled in them a fake morality. Well, the way to manage this relationship, and the reason to manage them is because nothing good comes from it. Nothing good. There's nothing good that can come of these relationships. When they spend time together, it chips away at their self-esteem. They come back. They never come back feeling better, rejuvenated, loved, confident. At the very best, they come back saying nothing bad happened. I mean, it's not like anything good happens. And with my and here's the other thing that's really, really bad is that a lot of times they don't know what's abuse. They'll tell me things and not know until they see my reaction that they've just been abused. For instance, my son will go see his dad. He works with him at a ski resort where his dad has a cabin. And they'll go up there with friends and his stepmother's 3 kids and all that, and my son is not included. He's not like embraced as one of the family. It's like, well, you can't come to the cabin, you can't stay at the cabin tonight because we're going to be there. We're your family. Or, yeah, you can come, but you have to stay out in the garage, out in the whatever, they have some kind of guest room out in the garage. I mean, just things like that. It's just a general undertone of that he's just a second-class citizen and not fully as respected or part of the family as much as her kids are. And this is true even after losing his brother, which to me is just absolutely appalling. I mean, if I was in her shoes, the stepmother, I would have gone out of my way to make sure that my son feels so included and part of the family. I mean, it's just, and that kind of thing just really aggravates me. It just makes me, because I want anything that's going to be good for my kids, anything that would help my kids, and so just know that they're mistreated like that just really bothers me. And of course, these were all things that contributed to my son's sadness, my son's problems with not feeling connected and like he belonged and calm and confident, and all the things that come from having a tribe, all the things that come from having a sense of belonging and a sense of, people that you belong to, that love you unconditionally and that, think you're great and all that. And that's what your family is supposed to be for. And so when your family is as broken as theirs is, it's just really, really bad. And so these guys are in these relationships. And what I want to do is I want to at least give them advice. And so this is hard for me because they're not asking me for advice, because what I really would love for them to do is just have no more contact with their parent. They don't have to anymore. When they were younger, they had to. And I was just waiting for the day when they wouldn't have to. And in my opinion, they should treat these relationships very much like friends. Like, you wouldn't have a friend around that abused you, that put you down, that made you feel bad. Just that was a one-way street. They were always taking and not giving anything back. Just made you feel bad about yourself. You wouldn't have a friend like that. And so, I would, that my sons would just have a relationship with their dad eventually that was just very superficial, that they could get from their dad. The only thing that their dad had to offer them was what he offers everybody else, which is that he could be a kind of a good time guy. Like he liked to do a lot of activities, like sports and skiing and racing cars and things like that. So they could do activities together and just leave it at that. You know, that's what I had hoped would happen. And but you know, that's not how it's gone, because a lot of times I don't think that those activities were really as pure for him as much as they were show for him. And also everything can breed a certain kind of nastiness. You know, he can be competitive. He can be, and the harsh comments don't stop. Even after losing our son, he's not even trying to make the appearance, when he's alone with our son, he's not even trying to make the appearance of, you know, being like this loving father now that, you know, he's lost one son, and he wants to make sure that our son realizes how much he cares about him. You know, trying to correct the problems, the things that he did wrong with our son. No, there's absolutely zero acknowledgement or responsibility for anything that he might have done wrong, or attempts to modify or change or improve his behavior for our other son. No, he hasn't tried to improve himself as a father in the least. If you know, you have to open a space to let someone new in. So the longer you keep trying to fill your parenting needs with parents that can't do it, that have failed you all your life, the longer that you'll just go without getting your needs met. And so coming to terms with embracing reality, whatever it is always the best bet, and it's always the shortest distance from through the pain. I mean, it will be painful, but it's the shortest distance from here to there that there will be. How long that pain lasts and how much you're made to suffer, that part is a choice. So how long it lasts and how much you suffer is a choice. So, okay, you guys, thanks a lot, and I will talk with you later. Please put some comments below, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.